Santa has heard the distress calls. He has arrived in Angel Grove and brought with him White Ranger Tommy and Green Ranger Tommy to form Christmas colors against Pumpkin Wrapper, Heximas, and their strings are being pulled by Rita Repulsa, and she is bringing her army of Putty Patrollers and Tango Warriors, who will come out in this battle of good versus evil at Christmas time. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to be playing Tommy, and Santa. I am doing that, why? Because it is red, white, and green. That is really the only reason. Plus, I mean, those are two of the coolest Rangers, am I right? So, you can't see it, I have their hand set up off screen. They have their 3 action tokens because I am playing it as a 3-player game. So they each have 3 action tokens, and that's why there is 4 in the command center. Alrighty, so speaking of the command center is part of the map, so let's go ahead and get to deployment. So that means we are going to flip over 5 cards and deploy people into there. So we are going to do 2 Tango Warriors into Ernie's Juice Bar. We are going to do 2 Putty Patrollers in Angel Grove Park. 1 Putty Patroller in Angel Grove Park. So that's 3 cards. Our 4th card is 2 Putty Patrollers into the Stone Quarry. And our 5th one is a Tango Warrior in the Stone Quarry. Alright, so then we take these, we shuffle them up, and then we are going to stick them at the bottom of that deck. And that'll be my turn to move around. And it looks like there's 2 locations I'm going to be wanting to move to, knock out Stone Quarry and Angel Grove Park, although Stone Quarry does have a panic level 7, so that shouldn't be too crazy yet. So I think we are going to start in Angel Grove Park. So let's go ahead and we're going to have, I think we're going to have Tommy and Santa move into Angel Grove Park, or Tommy Green and Santa move into Angel Grove Park. And we're going to have Tommy White come over to Ernie's Juice Bar, I think, and take on the 2 Tangos by himself. So let's go ahead and start a battle first with Tommy and Santa. So let's get that battle set up. We have 3 Putty Patrollers. That's it. So let's grab their deck, shuffle it up, and we're going to deal out 3 Putty Patrollers. And we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this one does have a passive ability. While this card is in play, each time another enemy card deals damage, increase that damage by 1. None of them have fast, so we are just going to start by doing a turn from either Tommy Green or Santa. Oh, just a little housekeeping here. We're going to have Tommy be the one who instigates the attack, so he will technically become the lead ranger. And we have to put 2 energy onto the board out here. And I think we have decided that Tommy's going to do the first attack with his Dragon Rush. So that is 1 energy. So we'll just have him spend his energy. There we go. It's going to be an attack of 1 die. And then after you resolve this attack, you may perform a second attack with 2 dice. So I think he's going to first try and knock out this flanking Putty Patroller. So that way, if one of these does do damage... actually, no. Storm attack. That's where our second attack is going to be. I think our first one's going to be this leaping attack. Alright, so leaping attack, we're going to do 1 roll. And it's only a 1 hit. Let's see, if you're the only player with a ranger in your location, you may add 1 die to each of your attacks. So I probably should have done that reverse. Whoopsie. Alright, so he does 1 damage to that Putty Patroller. He's going to do his second attack, though, to the Swarm attack. And gets 2 misses. Alright, this does not start out well for us. Oh, Santa Claus technically could have given him a gift from his hand. I think he's going to hold off on that, though. Alright, so we're going to do our first attack with him. he is going to do 1 damage. Increase this damage by 1 for each foot soldier in this location. So he is going to be doing 1, and 3 foot soldiers is 4. Increased by that is 5. So let's go ahead and have Santa take that. So 5. That is, reduce it to 2. And 2. Alright, so Santa did defend that. We go on to our next attack. So Tommy's going to go again, and he's going to use up all the energy. So Santa's going to use 1, or donate his, and we're going to spend the 2 from the power board. And he is going to use his Dragon Dagger. It's an attack 3, performance attack twice. You may choose a new target for the second attack. So let's go ahead and go after the sleeping attack 1. It's an attack 3, just need 1 damage. We got our 1 damage. So he is defeated. Second attack's going to go against the flanking guy. Actually, second attack go into here because he's not actually going to hit us for any damage. So swarm attack, 2, 3. So he defeated that one as well. So that was well worth the energy. Alrighty, so that they went. Their next attack is this one. That doesn't do anything. We are on to our next attack. So I think we're going to have Santa flip over one of his actions, and that brings out 2 energy. And then I think he's going to spend 1 of it to... Yeah, I think we have faith. We're going to do Bell Ringer. Attack of 2. 2 damage, so it does defeat them. And look at the top card of your deck. You may give it to another ranger as a gift. And I think we're going to keep that. Alrighty. So then they would go, they don't. I get 1 more turn, and we are actually going to choose Milk and Cookies from Santa Claus, which is choose cards from your discard pile with a total of up to 5 shields and shuffle them back into your deck. So he does have, we're going to do, I think, these 2 to put back in, his 2 bell ringers. And they will get shuffled back into here. Like so. And that will go to his discard pile. And then that is it for that battle. So let's go and get them off of those boards. So we did defeat these 3. So they basically go on our little upgrade board, which you'll see later. And then Santa has 1 left, and Tommy has 1 left. They get the power distributed to them that was left over, so they each can get 1 power back. Like so. These cards get taken, shuffled up, and actually shuffled into the Putty Patroller deck. Like so. And then we still have the White Ranger Tommy. And we are actually going to use Santa's last one for him to move into combat with Tommy the White Ranger on those Tengus. So Stone Quarry might get panicked, but we'll deal with that when it happens. So Tommy is going to start the battle, so he becomes lead ranger. Like so. And we have the battle. So Santa can draw up until he has 5 cards. And I think he's going to, let's draw 1 more. That works. And then we put 2 power on that board. Alright, so we have 2 Tango Warriors. Let's shuffle this up and see what they have in store for us. Alright, we got a fast, deadly talons, and a swarm attack. So because that is fast, that's going to happen before our first attack, so they're technically going to go first. So they are going to deal 3 damage. We are going to... Wait, there we go. Sorry. I'm looking at Tommy. So he has Flash Kick as a reaction. Play this card before the first turn of a battle. to roll 2 dice and deal that much damage to the first enemy card in the combat sequence. So he is actually going to deal 2 damage. I'm going to assume that happens before fast because it's before the first turn of combat. So he gets damaged. So he would, I guess, would go because he was fast and they're supposed to go. So that is their turn. It comes back to my turn. And I think we are just going to have Santa bell ring. Look at the top card of the deck again. That is not a gift, so that's just going to go back. There we go. Then he does attack, swarm attack with 2 damage. And that is, or 2 dice, that is 4 damage, so he knocks out swarm attack. Done. Well, that was much better with the 2 of them. Because I think Tommy White might have had an issue with that. Alright, so this energy just goes away. Like so. We then take those 2 Tango Warriors back to here. Drop them, put them on the board. So I am 1 away from getting a Zord, which is pretty cool. We come back and we have Tommy still has 1, and other Tommy still has 1. So I think we're just going to have Tommy Green move here for next turn. Yeah, because he doesn't have much in his discard yet. So yeah, we'll have him move there for his final one. And Tommy White will move to the shopping mall for his final one. That way he can be ready for there in case they show up there. And Green Tommy likes to be by himself. So let's go ahead and get the next deployment phase underway. Woo, 3 Tango Warriors into the Stone Quarry. 1, 2, 3. Well, I know he likes being by himself, but that may be changing. 2 Tangas into the shopping mall. 1 into Ernie's Juice Bar. 2 Putty Patrollers and Heximas into Ernie's Juice Bar. So 2 putties and Heximas. So that means this becomes Panicked. And that gets set off to the side. So we have 1 more. 3 putties into Angel Grove Park. So they're kind of all over the place, but I think I'm going to be sending Tommy White to Ernie's Juice Bar to help with Heximas. And then we'll see how that battle goes and maybe move someone in with Tommy Green. 2, 4, 5. These get shuffled up and shoved into the bottom. Because Stone Quarry is not panicked yet because there's 6 instead of 7. There's only 3 here for the 6 and 2 for the 4. Alright, so let's go ahead. Refresh these tokens like so. Like that. And then so for Tommy White's first action, he is going to move over into here with Santa. Like so. And we're going to have... we're actually going to have Tommy Green move out of that Stone Quarry because that is madness for him. And we're just going to shoot him over to Angel Grove Park to deal with that section over there. So now we are here, we are going to have Santa initiate the battle on Heximas. Alright, so how this is going to work. So we have Heximas. He's going to have 4, and then we can only battle 4 foot soldiers. Which it looks like there's only 3 there. So shuffle up Heximas. And deal out 4 for him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you saw me shuffle and 3 10 booms came up right in a row. Not good. So we have a Tango Warrior and 2 putties. And 1 Tango Warrior, that is a fast. And 2 putties. And alright, so 2 putties. Leaping attack and cannon fodder. Cannon fodder has guard, so this is making it so I cannot attack this card or that card until that one is gone. Alright, so we put our 2 energy into here, and then we can draw up cards. And I think Santa is going to draw a couple. And then Tommy might as well draw 1. Alright, so at the start of each battle, I can give a card from my hand to another ranger as a gift. When another ranger plays a card, they may reveal 1 gift, resolve its gift effect, and then place it in your discard pile. Alright, so when you resolve attacks, you go from top left to bottom right. Although this has fast, I'm assuming they go, so Tannenbaum, so Heximas would technically go first, even though this is a fast card. That's what I'm going to assume with all of the shenanigans going on. But Santa at the start of each battle, so we are starting the battle. We can give him a card, and then they give 1 card, and at the start of your battle, you may give 1 card from your hand to another ranger as a gift. When another ranger plays a card, they reveal 1. There we go. Then we are going to give him this card as a gift. We're just going to kind of stick it right there. It's kind of weird playing it more than, or by playing solo with multi-hands is kind of an advantage because now I know what that gift is. Typically the other ones wouldn't know per se unless you just outright told them. But we are up. So they're going to go first. So 10, boom. Half of the rangers in this battle, which is, there's 2 of them, so 1 of them, must discard 1 card from the hand. Each other ranger must discard the top card of their deck. Well, I think we are going to have Tommy reveal the top one from his deck, or discard the top one from his deck. So then Santa's going to discard 1 from his hand. We are going to get rid of the nice list. That's what we're going to discard there. Alrighty, so now we are into our turn. And he's about to do that 2 more times. So I think we're going to start off big with Tommy. He is going to play his gift. When another ranger plays a card, you may reveal 1 gift. So this is going to be the next time any ranger performs an attack during this battle, add 2 dice to that attack. And he is going to be doing Saba Slash, which automatically already does 5, so I'll be rolling 7. And we're going to spend his energy and the shared energy for that. So we're going to roll 7, and then we can divide this damage among any number of targets. So let's go with 6, and then we'll roll our 7. 1, 2, 3. And 4. So that is 4 damage. So I can do that however I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're just going to knock out this 10 and boom. Their turn. They go. Nothing happens for that one. Then we go again. Our turn's up. We aren't liking what we have. So I think we're going to be doing Bell Ringer to this Cannon Fodder Putty Patroller. That way I can access this and that card. So that's going to be an attack 2. Come on, 3 damage. That is only 1 damage. Not ideal. Look at the top card. You may give it to another ranger as a gift. Deal 1 damage each up to 2 enemy cards. That one might actually be good, so let's give that to him. Although Santa's probably going to be getting knocked out here. Alright, so 10 and boom. We're going to have Santa discard from his hand again, Tommy from the top of his deck. And that's their turn. Alright, so Tommy is going to do... Well, that maneuver costs 2. But we are going to do it. So we're going to flip over one of his actions for 2 energy. To do this maneuver, deal 1 damage each to up to 4 enemy cards. Flip this over, deal 1 damage each to up to 2 enemy cards. So I can do 2 damage to 2 and 1 damage to 2. So let's go ahead and do 2 damage, 2 damage, then 1 and 1. I just realized this was double guarded. Alright, so this is knocked out, and this is knocked out. That was their turn. Now theirs, season beatings, deal an amount of damage equal to the total number of figures in this location, including ranger and enemy figures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, huh? I think we're just going to knock out Santa. So he's going to go, he needs to do one, he doesn't, so Santa is knocked out. So he goes back there, and we lose an energy token. So now we are just with Tommy Oliver, huh? Alright, so he gets to go. He's got 1, 2, 3 rounds. He's got 3 cards. And a couple more zeros, so that's kind of cool. Let's go. Nope, we're going to hold off on that one. Let's do Flying Tiger. Attack 2. After you resolve this attack, you may spend a crystal to allow another ranger to immediately play 1 card with an energy cost of 0. There are none, so we're just doing attack 2. And we're going to go after the Season's Beatings. So that's 3. So that is knocked out. So I technically am halfway to knocking out Heximas. So that is that. Then this one goes. It does nothing. We are then going to play Guardian Armor Maneuver. Gain 2 crystals. Place this card on top of your deck instead of discarding it. Leaping attack. Deal 3 damage. Flip this over. It's got 3. Once per battle, when any ranger reveals a card for defense, you may add 1 to that card. So I do, so it's actually got 4. It exceeds that amount, so it goes under here. And then he's going to spend his last energy to do this Fainting Slash, which is an attack level 3. If you roll any miss results during this attack, return this card to your hand instead of discarding it. Let's go ahead and try and knock out a 10 and boom. 1, 2, 3. And nope. That was only 3 damage. Their last one goes. I have no cards to play. Then it's done. Alright, so we defeated a Tengu and a Putty. So because we defeated all of these go back, we power up, and we draw the top Zord card. We now have a Tyrannosaurus. Exhaust this card before a ranger performs an attack. Add 2 dice to that attack. Nice. And then the Putty Patroller comes here. Done. So Heximas and a Putty Patroller are still there. These 2 defeated Heximas cards go off to the side. These get shuffled back into his deck. We have not defeated him because we only did 2. We need to do 4. So shuffle these back in. And then we shuffle these other ones into their respective decks. Shuffle those here in a minute. And that's where we're at now with more action. So Santa went to the command center. Alright, so now what happens is he actually shuffles his deck and his hand. He gets his energy back if he was missing it. He shuffles that all up and then draws back up to his hand limit of 5 if he wants to. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so Tommy White still has 1 action. Tommy Green has 2, and Santa Claus has 2. I kind of think I might want to try and go in and defeat Heximas. But I think we're going to have Tommy Oliver first recover. When you recover, you look through and you can take up to 6 shields of cards back into your hand or into your deck and shuffle it up and then get your energy back. Let's go ahead and go. There's 2 shields. I want Saba Slash. Yeah. So that's 5. And then Fainting Slash is 6. So these can go back into his deck and he gets shuffled up because he doesn't have many cards left. So there we go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And let's see if we can knock out Heximas. So Santa's second action is going to be moving back into Ernie's juice bar. And then he is going to use his last one to trigger an attack again with Heximas. So this time we just have Heximas and 1 Putty Patroller. And we now have the Tyrannosaurus that we can exhaust to add 2 dice to an attack. Alright, so Heximas has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has a passive one. We'll check that in a second. Let's get the Putty Patroller. While I'm shuffling that. Passive. While this card is in play, each time a card is placed in a Ranger discard pile, that Ranger must remove 1 hit token from an enemy card of their choice. Well, that's not cool. Then we got the Tannenbooms again. And 1. Alright, so that cannon fodder's blocking the first Tannenboom. This season's beatings is guarding both of those. So optimally we need to try and get one of those first. So let's give our 2 here. Does Santa want to give a gift? But sure, he will give this gift to Tommy. Like so. Tommy is going to draw, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do it 1 at a time. Not great. Not great. Well, let's do 1 more. Alright, there we go. We are set to go. So we have the first action because they don't have anyone fast. So I think we're going to start by spending 1 energy to play Tommy's Fainting Slash. And he is going to be rolling 3, and then if any misses are rolled during his attack, return it to your hand instead of discarding it. And I think we are going to exhaust the Tyrannosaurus right away, which is going to add 2 more. So I'm rolling 5, and we're going to try and knock out that season's beating. 2, 4, 6 damage, so that is knocked out. I did roll a miss, so this does come back to my hand. So Cursed Coal does not actually go into effect. And when I play a card, I can reveal a gift. This is each Ranger in this battle may draw up to 2 cards. We're going to have Santa draw 1 more. There we go. Done. So now they go, so I have to discard 1 from my hand or from the top card of their deck. So that is technically when this would go into effect. Fortunately, I have destroyed that one, so there are no damage tokens. We'll have Tommy get rid of 1 from his hand. Santa will get 1 from the top of his deck. So Santa's going to spend an energy. He is going to play his maneuver of Christmas Rush. Give 1 card from your hand to another Ranger as a gift. That Ranger may immediately play 1 card. Place this card at the bottom of your deck instead of discarding it. So there's that. We are going to give Tommy this card. We are going to have him play his Fainting Slash again with a 1. Use this gift, which adds 2 to that dice roll. So we are again rolling 5, 2, 4, 5. And with how much I'm doing, I want to go after that cursed coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's almost done. I did roll a miss, so Fainting Slash does come back into my hand. Like so. They're doing 10 and boom again. So we are technically going to be having to remove 2 from this cursed coal, because 2 cards are going to be going to the discard pile. Let's go ahead and get rid of 1 from Tommy's deck, because I like his hand, so Sado has to get rid of 1 from his hand. We'll get rid of the nice list. There we go. Alright, so we're low on energy. So I have the Christmas Rush again. Bell Ringer. Alright, we're going to do Fainting Slash one more time. I really like this card. But we are not going to be able to add any to it this time. So he is just rolling 3. We are going after that cursed coal. 2 hits. Are you kidding me with this? But it goes back to my hand, not to my discard pile. This card goes, does nothing. Alright, we're going to, I guess, Bell Ringer the cursed coal. So that is an attack of 2. That is 1 hit. So yay, it's gone, and Heximas will be gone too. Alright, so that's like that. Done. And then look at the top card of your deck. You may give it to another ranger as a gift. Sure. No, we'll keep it. I want to have a gift over to the next battle. So this goes to the discard. Cool. This card would go. Nothing happens. We have cannon fodder left. That's going to deal 2 damage. You know what we're going to use? Guardian Armor. Gain 2. Place this card on top of your deck instead of discarding it. Done. Cannon fodder will go. I'm going to have Tommy take it. That is a 3. So, woo! So this goes to the bottom of his deck, like that. Then I'm not really going to worry about defeating him, because he's going to go away once the monster goes away. So we're just going to pass on that last one. So we have 4 Heximas cards in his discard pile now. So Heximas is gone. That removes this panic. He goes away. He does not go in my defeated, I don't believe, though, because I didn't actually defeat him. He basically ran away because the monster was defeated. Then I believe we go up 1 power level, which lets us draw another Zord. We have the Reindeer Zord. Exhaust this card during a battle. Gain 1 crystal. If any ranger flips 1 action token face down, you may move any ranger to an outer location of your choice. Alright, that's kind of interesting. The power on here can get dispersed between these 2. Like so. They're out of action, so we're just going to be having Tommy beat up a bunch of putties. This goes there. These go off with Heximas' deck, which is no longer needed because he is gone. We are probably going to be having to recoup here soon, although Stone Quarry is about to blow. I want to see what the deployment phase brings. But let's get with Tommy Green battle. Alright, so Tommy Green apparently is initiating this battle because he's the only one there. He's got 3 putty patrollers he's going against. And shuffle these up. And we flip 1 as a guard, flip 2, flip 3 as a guard. Alrighty, so he is going to draw cards because he doesn't have that many attacks. Let's draw another one. Alright, well he's got 2 attacks, so I don't know if that's going to be able to get rid of all of them, but we'll see. Alright, so I go first, so he's got 2 of these. So he's going to do the solo strike. So he's going to go against the first cannon fodder. So before rolling, I can remove a die from this attack. If you do, return this card to your hand instead of discarding it after this attack resolves. Well, we're just going to roll the 3 This time because it's 2 and 1 for him being the loner. 1 damage. Alright. Not good already. So now he's having 2 damage come at him. We'll spend... Oh, forgot to put our 2 in here. We'll spend 1 as a reaction to reduce that damage by 3, so I take no damage. Alright. We are going to do the solo strike again. We are going to remove 1 of the dice so it can come back, because otherwise I have no attacks. So I can't go after this because that would be ideal. You know, let's just try and knock out the cannon fodder so we can at least get rid of 1 person. So that is enough. So that cannon fodder card is gone. That would have been enough to defeat them, but you never know. This comes back to my hand. This is going to deal 3 damage. We're going to spend a energy crystal to do another dragon shield reaction to reduce it by 3. Alright. So, guess what? Solo strike, because it's my only one. We're going to remove a die so that I can have it back to my hand. Attacking cannon fodder. 2 damage. They're going to attack for 2. I no longer have that other card in my hand. So that is 1. And that blocks more than enough, so that goes to the bottom of my deck. Final one, we are going to solo strike. Do 2, so it goes back to my hand. And we didn't hit any. Cool. Alright, but we did get rid of 1. We did get rid of 1 putty patroller. Like so. So I think we are just going to trigger an attack again. And I'm going to remember my Tyrannosaurus Rex this time. Alright, so I am running Tommy a little ragged, but he is only having to fight 2 of them. Leaping attack and flanking. Alright, so this actually works out well, because if I can knock this one out first round, I don't have to worry about that one actually damaging me. So we drew 1. You know, let's just draw his whole deck. Forget it. Alright, we have 2 attacks now. Ooh, and we have that Dragon Rush. So this is optimal. Alright, so we are going to do our Dragon Rush. Start with the leaping attack. So it is 1. 1 because I'm a loner. I'm going to use my Tyrannosaurus Rex, which adds 2. So we are rolling 4. Got enough hits. Then after you resolve this attack, you may perform a second attack with 2 dice against flanking. And that's enough. Bam. That's exactly what I was hoping was going to happen. So that section is now clear. So we remove these 2. Next time we're probably all up to the command center. Tommy's not too bad, but Tommy Green has no cards. And I think we just need to regroup after that madness with Heximas, because he was a big meanie. But it is now deployment phase. Let me reflip over my action tokens, like so. Finish up this little bit of cleanup. That. Putty patrollers are going to go back into their deck. And then it is deployment phase. Alrighty, so we have 2 putty patrollers in the shopping mall. Shopping mall is now panicked. We have 2 Tango Warriors in Ernie's juice bar. We have a putty patroller who would normally go in the shopping mall. Because it's panicked, it goes clockwise. Stone Quarry. Stone Quarry is now panicked. So we have 2 Tango Warriors and Pumpkin Rapper. 2 Tango Warriors and Pumpkin Rapper into the shopping mall. Nope. Into Ernie's juice bar. which becomes panicked. And one more. 2 Tango Warriors at Angel Grove Park. Alright, so I needed time to recruit, but this is going to be hard pressed because that's going to be each one is an action. Then I think we're just going to have to send Tommy Green into there, hope he can knock them all out himself, and maybe send these 2 over here against Pumpkin Wrapper. Yeah, so we're going to move them back here to power up and smash over people. There we go. That's still panicked. So let's do that power up really quick. Alright, so I think we're going to start with Santa and Tommy White coming over to the juice bar. Because I have the Reindeer Zord, which means during battle, I can actually get a crystal and then I can just move Tommy Green for free to the shopping mall. So I don't even have to waste an action on him, so he could possibly do 2 actions to do 2 battles if he needs to again. And let's go ahead and have Santa initiate the battle again. So he's going to be the active one. Does he want to start by giving him a gift? Yeah, he's going to gift him this card. And they get 2 to start. And then we'll get the card dealt out. So we start with Pumpkin Wrappers 4. And then we have to choose 4. Well, there is only 4. It's 4 Tengus. 4 Tengas. Alright. Pumpkin Wrapper. Mix it up. 1, 2. That's a fast. 2, 3, 4. And then 4 Tengas. 1, 2, 3. Goes up front. 4. Alrighty, so they are going to go first. So it's deal 2, 2, and 2. So I'm assuming that means it's 3 separate attacks. Let's go ahead and have Santa block one of them. So that's 3, so that goes there. He'll take another hit. So that gets discarded, and we'll have Tommy do 1. That's 2, but we're going to add a third one, which just puts it to the bottom of his deck then. Alright, so that is their first one. Now my first attack. Oh, I just noticed it again, but I am going to do this flash kick before he did those 2 damages. It's not going to be enough to defeat him, though, so we're good with that. So we can add 2 damage to someone. Let's go ahead and add 2 damage to the Spit Hot Fire. Like so. Alright, now we'll do our turn, which I think he's going to do his Fainting Slash. We know how much I love that card. He's going to do it against this Spit Hot Fire. And let's go ahead and roll 3. I do only need 2 damage, so it shouldn't be a problem. I do get the 2 damage. I roll misses, so it does come back to my hand. There we go. Their next turn, nothing happens. So that one definitely is going to hit because this guard is in there. Oh, when I play that one, I'm going to play my gift, which lets me gain 2 power crystals. Like so. So I just realized y'all were looking at the other map while I was doing all that. Low budget, monetary restraints. I completely missed that cut. I apologize. Basically, Ryman Vines has hit me quite a few times. I took out one of his Spit Hot Fires, of which he has 3 in a row. Both of these were fast, so they went first. And this is guarding that, and that, so I can't hit those. I'm pretty sure you're caught up to speed. I think we're going to Bell Ringer. That's Spit Hot Fire, the one that I can actually hit. So that's rolling 2. Let's T-Rex it up so I can roll an extra 2. And then I'm going to look at the top card and choose if I want to give it to a Ranger as a gift. Alright, the dice are not liking me today. So that is just 1. Do I want to give this to a Ranger? Yes, I do. Give that to Tommy, because there's no other Ranger. This is going to deal 3 damage to each Ranger. That's only 1. That's only 2. And that's that, so that goes to the bottom. Tommy's getting hit with 3. That's enough, so that gets discarded. Alright, my next attack. Fainting Slash on that Spit Hot Fire. Playing my gift, which allows me to roll an additional 2 for that attack. I am also going to use the Reindeer Zord to get an energy crystal and to move the Green Ranger over. So we will be rolling 5 dice. So that is enough to defeat him. So I'll flip those over. I did roll a miss, so it does come back to my hand, like so. And then it would technically be that card's turn. It turns, so it is now our next action. So let's spend one of our many energy crystals. We're going to do Christmas Rush. Give 1 card from your hand to another Ranger's gift. They may immediately play 1 card. But place this card at the bottom of your deck instead of discarding it. So we're going to give that as a gift to Tommy. Tommy's going to spend the 1 to do Fainting Slash. He's going to use that gift, which gives it an extra 2 dice, so he's rolling 5. And I think I want to go against this guard card that needs 3 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do defeat that guard card, which opens up a couple more of these Tengas. And opens up that Spit Hot Fire in case I want to. I did roll a miss. This comes back like so. Where with that, and that. Now we have the Deadly Talons, deals 3 damage. I know Santa's low, so let's go with Tommy. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. What do we want to do next? So we're going to want to take out this Swarm Kick, because that's going to be doing, like, what, 4, 5 damage. And Santa only has the gifting card left, so his head is not helpful. So, of course, we're going to do our Fainting Slash on the Swarm attack. It is only going to be 3 this time, though. And that's 2 hits. So, unfortunately, it is still going to hit us. Did a miss. This comes back to my hand. He's doing 5 damage. Let's go against Santa. That needs 2. That goes down there. So that turns. We are going to spend 1 for Tommy's Fainting Slash. I think we're actually going to go with the Spit Hot Fire. Let's see if we can take out a pumpkin. I think I want to take out Tengas because I'm thinking we're going to be doing this battle again. And the more little guys I can take out, the better it might be. So we're going to do this one, and let's go ahead and knock out. So that needs 2, that only needs 1. Let's go ahead and knock out that Swarm attack. And wouldn't you know it, I did not hit any misses, so this actually finally gets discarded. And I should have went after like the Spit Hot Fire or something. So I attacked the Spit Hot Fire again with the 3. The Tenga Warrior flew over. I don't know what I all missed because my program paused on me. So we were about to do our cleanup, so I actually only defeated 2 Tenga Warriors, although that is nice because that will let me power up to the 3rd level, which that gave me the Zord, the White Tiger Zord. Exhaust this card when any Ranger performs a maneuver to allow another Ranger to immediately play 1 card with an energy cost of 0. Nice. Alright, so one of these Tenga Warriors went to Angel Grove Park. So I actually only have 1 left and Pumpkin Wrapper, so that may benefit me in the future. And we moved the green one over to the shopping mall. Alright, so I think we are going to be doing battle again. Let's see how this goes. So sure, why not? Let's trigger a battle with Tommy Oliver. What's the worst that can happen, except Santa's probably going to get knocked out again? And it's probably so is Tommy. Let's just go ahead and draw both cards. Why not? Let's hope that I can do something cool with my attacks. Santa, draw your last card too. Oh my gosh, what a surprise. It's Christmas Rush. Alright. Pumpkin Wrappers, 4 cards. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he's just going to be smacking me, so I didn't realize he had that type of deck, so he is going to actually knock us both out right from the get-go. We're both going to go and do all that jazz here later. Just know that they both were knocked out in that battle. So I am down to my last power crystal. So let's see how Tommy Green does in his. Mainly because he was doing 2, 2, and 2 damage, and I couldn't defend any of that. That's why it's helpful to know their decks and realize that he has so many of those little vine whips. Because even if the hip hop bomb drop, each ranger must discard from their hand 1 card with the energy cost of 0. So that actually wouldn't have been too bad. Alright, Tommy Green. You're taking on 2 Tengas and 2 Putty Patrollers, huh? We have faith in you, Green Tommy. Tenga. And then Putty and Putty. Alright, so where are we going to go, Tommy? You're going to get 2 energy here. Oh, damage ended up in there. 2 energy. Done. Alright, so he's got a lot of cool stuff to start. So we are going to just, you know what, we're just going to spend 3 right off the bat and do his Dragon Dagger. Perform this attack twice. You may choose a new target for the second attack. Let's go ahead and first go after this flanking one that's got that passive ability. So that is 3 dice on that one. That's 3 damage. So flanking is gone. We'll then do our second attack with 3 dice. And we're going to do the T-Rex to make it up to 5 dice. Again, swarm attack. 2, 4, 5, 6. Swarm attack is gone. So that was that. That's up. Nothing. Then, oh, I should have actually been adding 1 dice because of his loner ability. So that could have been even better. Alrighty. Then let's go ahead and do the Reindeer Zord. Just to get a energy crystal in here. And we're going to do Solo Strike on the leaping attack, I think. So before rolling, you may remove 1 die from this attack. If you do, return this card to your hand instead of discarding after attack resolves. Because normally you'd be rolling 3. Yeah, I'll let that Tango Warrior fly away because that will unpanic the Shopping Mall, which will hopefully help me out. So we are going to go after the leaping attack. And let's go ahead and remove a die. 2. He's gone. That Tango flies away, so that flips over. And I'll have 3 defeated. Let's clean that up. So these 3 were defeated. This one flew away to the next non-panic, which is Angel Grove Park. These guys are in here. And these 2 have been removed. And I think Tommy Green, he didn't get rid of too much, so I think he's going to move over to Ernie's Juice Bar with his last action. And maybe we'll just triple attack all of them. We'll see how that goes after our deployment, if we even survive. Alright, more than likely this deployment is going to, I forgot to clean these up last time. Shuffle these up, stick them in the bottom. More than likely this deployment is going to end the game. Because the Shopping Mall is no longer panicked, but this just needs 2 to panic that, and 4, so that's 6, and we reveal 5. So if they all are 1s, but more than likely we're going to have another monster coming up. Or the boss, I mean. So 2 putties and a boss in Ernie's Juice Bar. So they would go 2 putties there, panics that, Rita shows up there, panics that, and the game is over. So let's see, we would have had 2 more putties in the shopping mall. Let's just overrun this place. 3 Tango Warriors in the Stone Quarry. 1, 2, 3. So that's at its limit. 2 in Angel Grove Park. 2, 4, 6 is at its limit, and then that's at that limit. So that is a full map of deadliness. So there we go. I did get Rita out, but if I could have got rid of the pumpkin wrapper, I probably could have mitigated this a bit better. I probably shouldn't have tried to defeat him. That second attack, I didn't even realize, forgot about his 2/2/2 that were just going to knock me out. So I could have just not drawn for Santa, just had him kept absorbing the damage, knowing that that card's a 3. Yeah, there's lots of coulda, woulda, shouldas, but now that I know the decks, I can play better next time. Hope you enjoyed this seasonal playthrough of Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. If I could get you to go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. And if I could get you to check out the description down below all about our podcast and other information related to the channel. Thanks again. Have a good holiday.